I think for some reason or another that he just isn't getting the service that he needs to get. Or that his teams, the team's not seeing what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing it.
You're gonna love this.
I want to hear it. I'm objective. You're critical.
Anico at the disco.
He's positive. Join the Mixtape 615.
Today, tomorrow, yesterday,
It is the dopest supporter group in all of Nashville.
forever. Testing. Uno, dos, tres. This is Mixtape 615, baby, and this is the place to be. If you a Nashville soccer fan, yes, I'm talking to you, and yes, even you. We want you in the mix. All right, let's go. Lock in. Yo, I'm your host. I'm one of your co-hosts, Tunji, a.k.a. SF Doom, a.k.a. Soccer Face, a.k.a. the youngest turtle in the room, a.k.a. Big Kahuna, and the little tuna sandwich, a.k.a. Steam Poppy, a.k.a. Mr. Too Lit on a Wednesday because it's half off whiskey night at Southside Kitchen, the pub, and I just got a paycheck, a.k.a. Mr. Sipping on the Mai Tai on this beach in Belize, feeling cool like a summer breeze, baby. Yo, this is the Mixtape 615 podcast. You in the mix right now. Let me kick it to my next host, Logan. Tell them who you are.
What's up, everybody? This is Logan, a.k.a. Beer Main, a.k.a. Mr. C, a.k.a. Mr. Roboto, a.k.a. Knowledge King, a.k.a. I'm still trying to figure another one out. Man, y'all guys got this all the time. I can't figure it. I've got like 3 that I've come up with recently just because my students started calling me it. But regardless, I am our other host, one of our other hosts. We have a lot of fun with this. I am going to also kick it down to our third host, our lovely assistant, Austin.
Vanna White.
Again.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Is my other AKA Vanna White? Is that what
your
it
other
is?
AKA is now our lovely assistant?
I think
all right, well, I'm Austin. What's up, guys? AKA Wild Mane, AKA Ginger Snap, Tunji's favorite, AKA the Fumbling Dublin, AKA I coined the red beard. Y'all didn't really feel it. I'm feeling it. It's on my face. Here we go. And then we'll say AKA Chicky Parm Parm, because that's one of my favorite dishes.
Yo, all right. I'll give you that one if you get rid of red beard.
Okay, we'll get rid of Chicky Parm Parm.
I will not give you Chicky Parm Parm because that is something you stole from some show that I can't remember the name of. But
it's from Mr. Tommy Haverford, Parks and Rec. One of my favorite shows. One of my favorite characters. Yeah.
All right. Well, we are brought to you by the Mixtape 615 supporters group, the dopest supporter group in all of Nashville soccer. We are joined here today with our lovely assistant, Austin, but our better assistant and awesome producer, Doug. We love to shout you out. Thank you so much for coming in. We want you to join us just like we have all joined up. We want you to join us today on mixtape615.com. You can join the dopest supporter group in all of Nashville. You get your 2023 scarf, exclusive team sponsored perks like an upcoming foosball tournament that we are signed up for, which we get to play with some awesome players as well. So funny emails. You get some bragging rights for holding the belt, which we love.
Big
we
belt
are
energy.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. You got some cool podcast perks like this where, you know, every now and then we'll be able to pull on some of our awesome fans, our awesome supporter group members. And we are so excited to have you guys here. Game Rewind is going to come up. Here we go. San Jose Quakes versus Nashville SC. It was a 1-1 draw, a pretty late draw as it stands. It got us our 4th point out of the 7 that I said we were going to get, but it's the 4th point in the week, 4th point in 3 days, which is pretty awesome, or 4 days, I guess. 4th point in 4 days, coming off of a win going into San Jose on the road, a pretty long road and a pretty late night game. A lot of us were sitting up at Southside Kitchen and Pub in our pajamas.
In our PJs.
It was a jammy jam party.
In our
hey, it was awesome. I'm not going to lie. One of our supporters.
Who had the best jammies?
Oh, absolutely. By far, it was Bill. Bill is one of our.
Yeah, I wasn't even there and I saw pictures. Bill
Rousey, we're going to shout him out because he's 100% going to be listening to this. We're going to shout him out. He came in with like a 3-piece suit, silk pajamas. It was amazing. Like truly awesome. There were only a few of us that like truly showed up in some like all out PJs, and he was the one that killed it. But we were sitting there watching. It was a pretty exciting time. We enjoyed ourselves. Early on, we see a yellow card go to our boy Anibal Godoy. Austin, I got a question, man. With this
What's
being
up?
his former team, do you think that was rattling him a little bit?
I'm not sure if it was rattling him or not. It got pretty chippy early from both sides because he was actually the second yellow card of the game. I can't remember who it was for San Jose, got one pretty early on Lovitz. But yeah, Godoy was the second one, and also it might have been a little bit of late contact after he got the ball, but he did go spikes up. So I thought it was an appropriate yellow, even though he got ball first. But yeah, I'm not really sure if he was really like rattled because of the team or really just the style of play. Because like I said, it got chippy pretty early. So that's what I saw from it. I don't know. What do you think, Tunji?
About the chippiness or about
Godoy.
Godoy?
Yeah, I don't know if he got really rattled.
I don't think he did because honestly, I feel like it's been long enough. First off, I feel like that just is who Godoy is. Like he's always been the enforcer. You know, if we're talking like hockey
Yeah.
terms about a soccer game, he's always been that dude that's gonna like throw that elbow in the rib cage when the ref's not looking. So to me, I don't think that was a old team thing because again, I was at the game last year. I've mentioned this a few times. I was at the San Jose game last year where we
Yeah.
drew 3-3, and I saw nothing but love for Godoy there. Like people loved, they loved that he was back in the Bay Area. His old teammates came up and dapped him up. So I don't think that was. I just think that was just Godoy being Godoy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see that. Well, we saw a couple of really good highlights coming up early. Let's be real. We had an early save from our true goalkeeper. Not
Oh, easy,
Panico. Not Panico. We had
easy.
a true save from our goalkeeper that we've seen in the Atlanta match. We've seen a couple times this year, but our boy left post.
Oh my
Our
gosh,
boy
bro.
left post made a save
Left
early
post.
on. That was really nice. They did have a
legend in the
really
game.
good shot on goal. I'll be honest. But Hany also came in with a really good shot on goal. He had a really good over the top that he took out to the back. It was wide, but I was glad he was taking shots early. Tunji, what did you see out of our MVP?
Dude, I saw so much happening out of Hany last night, and there was good and bad to it. What I saw that was really good was that he was getting super duper active on all parts of the pitch, every level of the pitch. He was just like, yo, you're playing through me because I'm Hany Mukhtar, and that's good. What I saw that was bad was the same thing. I was like, yo, you're kind of ruining the flow of the game because you're doing a little bit too much. But again, I think it's a net positive because I like that he took this initiative. I felt like he can be a little too timid at times and try to let the game come to him. Instead, now he's trying to take the game by the horns and direct it, which he should be doing. I think he just needs to tweak it a little bit now to where he's not disrupting the flow because it felt a little bit to me like he was doing too much.
Well, there was
I'm
something that
seeing
you
him-
said.
Oh, sorry.
There was something you said on Saturday actually that kind of really made me look at Hany in a different light when it comes to some of that like really aggressive play that he makes when he's kind of all over like that. You said he's playing at a different level than everyone else on the field.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
you really did, and so it's very
Sure.
important to kind of also look at that. We had an MVP who's coming in to every level of the field and making sure to make things happen as best he can at every level of the field.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
that again, we see that, right? And do you think that was a good or a bad thing or neither?
So I think it's a good thing for him when it comes to his confidence, keeping that up. I think it's a good thing for him to continually actively trying to make plays on the ball regardless. I think it is a bad thing when it comes to our team overall because our team is going to look at him to be our man like that and play a little bit back, and he is going to continue to widen that gap between our plays.
Well, he was playing for the first time for me, and yeah, for me, I was like, you're playing as a true center forward, meaning you're letting you're keeping some strikers in front of you, and you're now facilitating the play. But again, I'm going to
True
keep
10.
going back to it. I'm going to keep going back to it. I think you were doing a little bit too much in the sense that,
what I
like,
saw-
sometimes we needed you up front and you were having to get back because you were playing all the way back almost on our
Yes,
third
yes.
by the goalkeeper.
But
Hold
what I saw was we were playing through him rather than to him. And that's what we need to do with our MVP, because Hany makes things happen for other people. He really does. Whenever we're actually playing through him coming back and like making those plays at midfield or even in our own end, just to get the ball moving so that we can actually cause those counterattacks. I think playing through him was actually beneficial to us because we had some really good runs. Fafa, I felt maybe kind of got lost a little bit, but when he's on, Hany playing the style that he played, that's the reason we won like we did in Kansas City. It's because we were playing through Hany.
I love it when I get both sides of the coin from you guys. The pessimist, the optimist. It's great. So I do want to make sure that we do point out we did get the first goal. I love it. At 50 minutes, we had a solid play in from, well, I mean, we had a solid play in from the side from Shaq to Hany, or Hany to Shaq.
Hany to Shaq.
Hany to Shaq.
Yeah.
Hany facilitating another goal, just like Austin said. Hany to Shaq with our boy, Mr. Turtle, Teal Bunbury coming up.
Yeah,
I
but
did
he's
see a tweet.
but he's not young Turtle though. Okay,
He's not
all
young
right.
Turtle,
All right,
but it
He's
wasn't
old
really
turtle.
sweet.
He's old
I don't
turtle.
like him. I don't like him stealing
He's
my
old
AKAs.
tortoise.
Our boy, we want to say that, but our boy Valer, who's also part of the mix, is amazing from Broadway Sports. He did actually ask Teal, what's with the turtle? And Teal Bunbury said it's his daughters that came up with it, and every time he does it, it's for them. He started doing it this year, and I think it's kind of sweet.
It's cute. It's definitely cute.
And
for
it's
sure.
pretty awesome that he's actually scored another goal. I haven't seen him score. I don't think I've seen him score really since.
Is that his second or third of the year?
I think it's his third of the year.
Okay.
I haven't seen him score since Atlanta.
So the man
if I don't
has
remember-
as
if I
many
remember.
goals. Granted, it wasn't league play, but the man has as many goals as Sam Surridge. And how long has he been our main striker versus Sam Surridge been our main
I
striker?
understand,
Oh.
but how many goals does Sam currently have in league play?
Yeah, we'll get to
Teal
that.
Bunbury
We'll get to
has
that.
3 goals this year and 1
Yeah.
assist.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
I'm
And
okay with
He's
it
been our
right now.
main striker. He's been our main striker. I mean, Sam in league play, has he only started 2 matches
So he has
in
started.
league play?
He has
I think
started
he's only
2 matches
started
in
2
league play.
matches.
But I will say this also: Teal didn't become our main striker until April, because we still had CJ Sapong until then. Now, I also want to point out something that happened a little bit later in the game. They did score in the 74th minute.
Who did?
The Quakes. The
The
Quakes scored in the
Earthquakes.
74th minute.
Put some respect on their name. I told you they were going to tie us.
Nah.
I told you. You
So
didn't believe
I
me.
know. In fact, I think me and you both were talking about the draw that we saw here. They scored there, but something that really scared me again is in the 77th minute, they had 4 separate shots on goal with 4 different players in a span of 18 seconds.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a
they
little
just-
scary to me. Tunji,
Poppy almost got a second one there. I mean,
your boy
legit, almost got a second one.
Panico, yeah, he really did. But your boy Panico definitely put up 3 saves on that as well.
Yeah, I know. I know who
Talk
he
to
is.
me, man. What did you see out of our
The rest
boy
of the fan
Panico?
base needs to. Okay, all right. Let me be real. Panico, I think, did a good job starting the game. I think he did an amazing job starting the game. He was aggressive. He was stepping out on the 18-yard box like in the beginning of the game. But during that rush, right, when he was just getting assaulted by shots, he made some bad decisions. Let's just be real. He made some bad decisions. He wasn't holding his line. He was, I think he excuse the pun, I think he panicked a little bit. But he that's, I think with time we're gonna see Panico be more solid in those kind of moments where it's like, yo, I really need you to hold it down for us, because
This
for
is
some
only
reason,
his 4th start. It's only his 4th start in
it's his
MLS.
4th start. Yeah.
Yes, but honestly, I don't think it was just him. I think our defense looked a little bit odd.
No, and that's what I was gonna say.
They were
That's what I
playing
was
a
gonna
little
say,
back.
dude. The no, what happened in that game? A lot of people ask me, is like, what happened? why did we tie this game when we were winning for a good part of the game? And I told them this. San Jose noticed that we were shaky in our third, in our final, not in our final, in our first third, with our when in defending, and they punished us every time we made a mistake, and that's why they got the goal. They punished it. They noticed it and they saw it.
I don't disagree. Well, give me one big takeaway from each of you. I want one sentence real fast. Austin, what's your big takeaway?
I thought we did what we expected Nashville to do. We get high on a big win, and then we kind of fall off. We don't really maintain the momentum like we did. I mean, Leagues Cup is really the only time I've seen us really maintain that momentum, getting back-to-back wins and big wins like we have. So I think kind of did what Nashville did and didn't make the push we were hoping for.
Tunji?
San Jose forced turnovers in dangerous places and eventually came back to bite us in the butt. Sloppiness in the defensive third, that's what caused us this draw.
Okay.
We lost a chance to clinch playoffs. So right now we're still on the outside looking in. We're gonna get it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
everything happened that needed to happen except us win to clinch playoffs. Like literally all we needed was a win. Everything else that needed to happen across the league happened for us to make that push. And
well, I don't disagree, guys. I do like these takeaways. Thank you guys for jumping into this game rewind with us. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to go into a little play, skip, repeat. And Sam Surge skipped? Well, we'll have to see when we come back.
Who likes tailgates? You like tailgates, and we want to see you at our next tailgate. It's September 30th against Seattle. We want to see you in the mix. Get your tickets online or just show up. We'll handle you there. Follow our socials, Mixtape 615. Go to our website, mixtape615.com, and we'll see you at the next tailgate.
All right, and we're back with another segment of Play, Skip, Repeat. And if you don't know what this is, if you didn't catch our last episode, first and foremost, go back and watch that last episode. But if you don't know what it is, I'll explain it real quick. This segment is about who we want to see play, who we don't want to see play, and who we want to see play more. So play is going to be, obviously, someone who we haven't seen enough of, but we think is going to make an impact on the game, the next game. Skip is going to be someone who we need to make less of an impact on the next game. And then repeat is someone who is making a good impact, and we want to see that happen again. So let's run it. Let's start it. Let's start it off. Big Ginger Snap. Who was your play? Who was your play for this week? What are you thinking? I want to hear it.
So I'm gonna throw out one that is kind of out of left field. All right. So my play, because if you look at our roster, kind of where our positions are, my play is gonna be actually an MLS Next Pro. One that we haven't seen played in the MLS Next. My play is gonna be some Joey Skinner.
Yo,
hold up.
So dude got drafted in the 2023 MLS draft, and then he's made an impact with Huntsville City FC. If y'all have watched any of those matches, he's got some highlight reel goals. He's actually got, I think it's 3 goals, 2 assists, or no, yeah, I think 3 goals, 2 assists, if I'm correct, maybe even more than that. But dude is looking good, and rookie season too. And if you look at our fullbacks, we've got Daniel Lovitz, we've got Shaq Moore, and we've got Taylor Washington. That's it.
Ooh.
Taylor Washington, as much as I love the dude, I think we've seen kind of the ceiling that we're gonna see. Like, let's get some young talent in there. See what we got. See what we got in our draft. Our draft.
That's a really okay. I see what you're doing there. Look, Joey Skinner, I think I've been paying attention. I have been paying attention. He's got some acrobatic circus-like goals on his resume from dating back to when he was in Clemson. If you go back and see, he's got some really sick goals. Okay. And what's most intriguing about him to me is the fact that he's a defender and he can still be dangerous in the box. So I think that's that would be a really nice compliment to Shaq Moore on the other side, right? Like, okay, I see what you're doing there. I see where your head's at. Very nice, Logan. What you got, brother man? What's your play? What's your play this week?
I mean, it's a little hard to follow that one up. It threw me off a little bit, but honestly, I think when it comes to my play up front, I'm going to have to say the way Hany played again. I mean, he was my repeat last. You know what? No. I would say that as a repeat. But who I wanted to play, I called it last week. I'm going to say it again. My play is Randall Leal. Nice. I need to see more Randall. Like, I know he was in. Yeah. I know he was there, but I feel like we didn't see enough of what he was. And so I need to see the play from Randall Leal that we saw back in Leagues Cup. I want to see the Randall Leal that we saw kind of early in the season. I know what he has to offer, and I know it's sitting there in the tank because he just showcased it in the international break with Costa Rica, and I want to see more. So I need that to be my play.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Hey, that's real quick. I got to correct myself. To my boy Joey Skinner. He didn't have 3. He's got 5 goals and 3 assists.
Right, I need to watch me some MLS Next Pro, I guess.
Yeah, we do have to get on that. We can't be sleeping on Huntsville, man.
I can't be sleeping on Huntsville.
That's the future. That's the future. The kids are the future, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You guys have got some good ones. I'm gonna throw in another one out of left field, but I've always been a big fan of this guy. His name is Big Ethan Zubac. Yeah.
Hey, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
This is the reason why I'm saying Big Ethan, right? Like, he is somebody that like is sitting on the sidelines right now, and like when he gets his chances, he's a guy that I think is in Gary jail for some reason. And if you don't know what Gary jail is, just look at Ake Loba. Like, go back and just Google Ake Loba. But like Ethan Zubac, like, I think he has something that he can offer this team. I just haven't seen enough of it. And given what I saw last night, or not last night, a couple nights ago, given what I saw, I think that let's give the young man a shot. Let's give the young guy a shot and see what he does. But that was a good round of plays. What we got next? Some repeats?
Some skips.
Oh, you want to do skips?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me just preface this. If any of y'all skip Alex Mule, we're going to have a problem.
Honestly, he didn't touch the ball much this last game. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what? We're going to start with Austin because of that. Austin, who's your skip right now?
So my skip, just based on this last match, is Dan Lovitz. I wasn't really impressed with his play. I haven't been recently. I've been really paying attention because when you compare him to Shaq Moore, who is like, his crosses, his play into the box is like none other, and that's kind of what Nashville does. We run it up the side, we cross it in. We run it up the side, we cross it in. And if his crosses aren't on point, and he got beat a couple of times getting back, almost got a card. I thought he may have deserved a card when he grabbed, trying to remember who it was running up the side. But yeah, I think it was actually Moyle who actually had to save him. But yeah, that's my skip. I haven't seen enough from him. I take that back. We've seen enough from him to know who Dan Lovitz is. He is a good defender. The style that we play, he does make some runs up the side, really making some crosses in, but his crosses haven't been on point. He loses the ball, and then he gets beat getting back a lot, and he's really hustling every single time you see him, like them making a run. He is booking it because he is out of position. I don't think it's like necessarily his hustle, like, oh yeah, he's running all over to get back. It's like, no, he's out of position, so he has to run to get back. And so that's
Are you basing your skip off of one game?
I'm not.
That's what we do.
If our play skip repeat is based off of one game, I didn't really see enough of him. Also, selfishly and being a little honest, my skip is kind of based off of my play, because with one less fullback in the lineup, we can get Joey Skinner going.
There it comes in.
This guy's
where
manipulating.
It really comes.
This guy's manipulating the results. He's got insider trading info. Like, what is going on over here, bro? Unbelievable, man. I'm gonna move on from that ridiculousness I just heard, because I personally don't believe that Dan Lovis deserves a skip. I think he's a solid rock back there for us.
He's definitely not my skip.
Okay, then who's your skip then, Logan?
My skip is going to be the way that Jack Mayer played.
Whoa.
So he did well.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
But late in the game is where he made a lot of mistakes. When it came to being out of position in the defense, he was lucky to be in the place to save that second shot in the 77th minute.
He was sweating too.
18.
He was sweating.
he was off. He just looked off, man. And he really did. And so it's like, I need to see Josh Bauer come back in. I need to see where he's at. I need to see. I mean,
we need to see McNaughton come back in.
That's what we need to see. This man's talking about
out because of injury, isn't he?
But if you're comparing, the two,
I know you need to see. Saying, I would love to see McNaughton back in, but I'm just saying, if I'm gonna have to choose, I think, and I'm not. Again, he's done really well recently. I know we were all pretty critical of him after the Atlanta match, but
since then he has stepped it up,
and he has. I mean, stepped it up.
But if hey, again, I'll give you that. If I said Dan Lovitz, I'll give you that.
We're basing it on one game. I mean, my defense, our defense really dropped the ball late, and so he's my skip right now.
I agree with the fact that the defense dropped the ball late. The defense got sloppy late, but Jack Maher as a skip is wild. I don't respect either one of y'all skips, and I'm going to give y'all.
What's yours, Tunji? What's yours?
Let's hear. You guys want to hear my skip?
A real skip. Let's hear a real skip.
Yeah. A thoroughbred skip. Brian Anunga. Why is this man starting the game?
Yeah,
why is Dax McCarty is old and he can't play that long?
I don't care.
I don't.
Brian Anunga comes
do you put Davis instead?
No.
Yes.
Really?
Oh my gosh, bro. Yes, you put Davis in over Brian Anunga. Just for the sheer fact that the man has more gas left in the tank than Brian Anunga. What's Brian got?
Man.
Like 30, maybe a half.
So aggressive.
Brian Anunga doesn't stop.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, he just plays so aggressive.
He runs on fumes. Now, I don't care what he runs on, but he's running.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Is he playing well though? He
looks
like the game. He's trying to catch up to the game.
Okay, here I'll give you this. I have described Brian Anunga whenever I've talked about him is
Fireman.
He is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. He is everywhere and nowhere at the same, because the dude finds himself all over the pitch. But is he ever in the right position?
It's not
outside of like
true. What a backhanded compliment.
It's not untrue.
It's a complisalt. It's part compliment, part insult.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys were able to hear a real skip for once. Let's move on to our repeats, because these are the ones that I think we need to really focus in and hammer in on. Okay. All right. Looks like Beer Mang has a repeat for y'all. So let's all lean in and hear what you got to say.
All right. I stopped myself earlier, but I'm gonna let it fly now. Hany Mukhtar's play is my repeat. Hany Mukhtar came in to this game with the Golden Boot lead. I know he's got it tied up now with a few different people again, but Hany Mukhtar came in and played the ball that he was supposed to play. He's now, I would credit him with the assist over Shaq Moore. He made that goal happen. He came in with the run on and had the shot on goal early. I'm telling you, the way he played, affecting every level of the field, that's my repeat.
Yeah.
Everyone else has to step it up. Everyone else has to step it up. Mm-hmm. That is my repeat. I
100% agree with that repeat. And obviously it's a low hanging fruit, right? But it's so necessary to see Hany being aggressive like he was like the other night. Like it was refreshing. Yes, I said earlier that he needs to adjust it, but like this is a step in the right direction for Hany Mukhtar if he wants to stay relevant, right? Like no one's let's be real, guys. And I don't love to listen to what other people have to say about Nashville SC, but I hear it. People aren't talking about Hany in the MVP race, not like they used to.
Not like they were last year. Not
like they were last year. And it's because people like Lucho Acosta had an amazing goal. Even the guy we just played, Almada stepped up. Espinoza is doing really good, the guy we just played. They look aggressive, and that is what you don't see from Hany, except for this last match. I was like, okay, I think he's starting to get more confidence in his game, more confidence in the fact that he is the leader, right? I haven't felt like for a while, I haven't felt like he feels like he's the leader. I feel like he's a little timid. And I don't know if that translates to the locker room or not. That's just what I see with my eyes that I use every day. You know what I'm saying? So that is, I agree with your repeat. But let's hear what Ginger Snap got to say. Or what's the other one? Dumbling, rumbling.
The fumbling,
dumbling. I got it. All right, my bad.
No, I'm gonna actually agree that was my my repeat. Hany, the past couple games has looked like Hany. He's looked like the reigning MVP, and I'm gonna give you this stat. All right, he is now
what's that, brother. What's the stat?
With his assist on Bunbury's goal, he is now only the second player ever to register 10 plus goals and 10 plus assists in 3 consecutive seasons.
Is he a legend?
The last person who did that was back in '96.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
He's a legend.
So he's
a legend, bro.
The year the MLS was created.
Or 96, 98. It says Preki.
Okay.
I didn't even follow MLS back then. So
don't worry about it.
The first 3 years the league was around was the last time that anybody did exactly what Hany's
doing.
So Hany, I think with that stat right there, with how he's played these past couple games, if he can continue this till the end of the season, I think he is putting his name back in the MVP race. I think he's making a case for it. He's already looking good for the Golden Boot if he can get back on that goal scoring. He had it last match. But if he can get back into that where he's playing the style that he's playing, then I think that he's definitely putting his name in there. He's making his case. I mean, that stat right there is,
for sure. So, all right, both really good points. Because y'all both took the same person, I'm gonna have to do a whole separate person for my repeat.
I knew it was
putting the extra. Yeah, whatever.
Don't
check
repeat
this out.
Left post. That's what we don't want to repeat.
Oh my god!
Should have been my skip.
No. Left post is a legend too, just in the same right, bro. But my repeat is definitely going to be Shaq Moore getting more involved in the offense, man. Like that's something that I've seen it. I know that this dude wants to help score goals. I think he wants to score goals. I think for some reason or another, I think for some reason or another that he just isn't getting the service that he needs to get. With his teams, the team's not seeing what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it with my eyes, and I think that Shaq Moore needs to get more involved in the offensive end because he's already doing the job on the defensive end. So let's give this man a shot on the offensive end. And that is my repeat. All right.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
That's a great one.
Yes, sir. All right. We got a little bit of time left. So what we're going to do with this next section, we got some songs for y'all. All right, this next little segment, we've got some songs. These songs mean something. We're going to build a mixtape together. So in the next segment, stay tuned because we're going to tell you how all these songs that we're going to build and put together relate to NSC. So let's go.
We want to see you at our next away watch party, and we watch them all at Southside Kitchen and Pub off Nolensville Pike. Come join us there. We'd love to see you. We've got drink specials on. We've got great food and an awesome environment where we're cheering on our boys in gold. Check us out.
We are back with the Mixtape 615 podcast. And what better to do with the Mixtape 615 podcast than build a mixtape? I mean, we are going to talk about some songs that we each got. We're going to talk about what they actually mean in this week for NSC, whether it's relating to a player, relating to a match, a moment in the match, just relating to overall how we feel about NSC with their play. And so I'm going to kick it over to my man Tunji, who happens to be in Belize, for those of you who haven't noticed where he is located, recording from a different location. So he's in Belize. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I don't have my normal setup with my, aesthetics going on, but I am putting in work for the team right now. You know, I mean, they didn't ask me to do this, but I'm doing it because I am who I am.
Nobody asked him. Nobody asked
me, but I'm down here recruiting talent. I'm down here. I'm over here looking for water boys. I'm over here looking for coaches. I'm over here looking for players. Look, I'm in Belize.
Wait, are we talking about like water boys, like just normal water boys, or like the Bobby Boucher style water boy trying to find that player?
I was actually just looking for regular water boys because I think that the team struggles with hydration. But I guess
that's why we need all the hydration breaks.
Lens. I guess I should widen my lens, huh?
There you go.
But go.
Just be careful because their mama thinks everything's the devil.
Oh man, there we go.
Well, Sunji, while we've got it on you, what's a song you got to add to our mixtape?
Well, I believe Steam Poppy believes, because I'm going to make that nickname happen.
Hi, Steam Poppy.
I believe that the first song we should add to our mixtape is "All Eyes on Me" by none other than Tupac.
Tupac Shakur.
Yes. Because here's the reason why. That song mainly is going to really relate to Hany Mukhtar's play in the last week. I think that, again, we've talked about it all episode, but the man stepped up in big ways, right? Yes, he didn't get a goal, but did he get an assist? Yeah, he did, and it was a pretty good assist. But also, if you're really watching, when it came to the offense, everything flowed through Hany. Everything went through Hany, and I was like, that is taking leadership. I've already said it. I'm going to say it again because I've been watching this team for a long time, guys. I haven't seen Hany be as aggressive as I've seen him be last night, and that's why all eyes are on Hany going into this next match.
I like it.
Yes, sir.
All eyes on me. Is that like track one? That's where we need to lead off on this mixtape.
I think you lead off with all eyes on me.
That's right. That's right.
Like, come on, man.
All right. Well, Beer Main, what you got? What are you adding to our mixtape?
You know, I'm going to take it a little bit slower. Another sunny day has come and gone away in Paris.
Oh
and
my
Rome.
gosh.
We're coming back home. I missed them, but that's for real. We're coming back home. And that's what I love, is that we have been on the road for the last week. We have had 18 days off before that. Man, it's been a while since we've seen a match at Geodis. And y'all know just as much as I do, there is not a single environment in the MLS that is on fire more and has more of a push and a impact on the other team than Geodis Park.
The castle.
For sure.
We are the kings in the castle, and we are coming back home to prove that against our boys, or against those boys, rather.
Those aren't our boys.
Those boys.
Stop
our
it.
boys
Those
are coming to attack those boys from Seattle.
From
the little
Seattle.
So what's that track? Who sings that?
Well, there's a couple different people. My favorite version is definitely going to be the Michael Bublé.
Oh my god!
Wait, what is the track? Did you even say the track?
I mean, it's coming home. I think it's called Coming Back Home.
Coming Back Home?
It's just called Home.
Oh, there you go.
By Michael Bublé. If you're talking about the Michael
Bublé, I think Blake Shelton
Bublé
sings it also. He does a version. So
nah, we'll stick with the Michael Bublé's version.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who doesn't love a good Michael Bublé?
That's a really good switch up,
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. So we had Tupac.
I want to talk about that. Yeah, we're going to go from Tupac to Michael Bublé.
Hey, well, we gotta have the the bum and grind song, and then we gotta have the slow dance. It's like middle school,
Oh, wow. Yeah, if you have a terrible DJ. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
What do you expect?
Where are we going?
It's middle school.
So this is the mixtape that is built when you have Beer Main attached to it.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I'm spiking
So
the tea.
we've been so we're going from Tupac to Michael Bublé, and then I'm gonna run it back over since we running to Run DMC with It's
Hey.
Tricky. It's
Hey.
tricky. It's
Tricky,
time to
tricky,
rock
tricky,
around to rock
tricky.
around.
right,
And
Hey.
I'm actually relating that song to a moment in the match, right? So Logan, you talked about the crazy 77th minute. All of those goals that could have been, right? There are three that Panico saved, and then 3 that left post saved,
He
whatever
saved
that was.
3 in the entire game. Let's be real. That's awesome. He had just as many saves as our boy in the goal, Panico.
Left post had as many saves as Panico.
Left
So that's
post
why,
for-
because
left post
I'm
for
thinking,
clean sheets.
I'm
so
telling
if you
bro.
run,
Left-
so if you
left
run
post
that
is legend.
track, so if you run that track, it's tricky. Just over that sequence,
Oh my god.
like run this beat is my, or the
Yeah,
speech is
yeah,
my recital.
yeah.
You run that over that lead up, and then it's time to rock around with all those goals going. That's where I see it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, you guys talked about chaos last week with Alex Mule. And
I
now
mean,
we're
let's be
playing
real.
It's
That
Tricky
was a
over
chaotic
and over.
moment.
That
I would
was
have picked a
chaos.
different. I would have picked Little John shots.
Shots,
4 different people
shots,
taking 4
shots.
different shots on goal. It's shots. Everybody.
Shots. Yeah. I'm glad you guys are so excited about our defense getting torn to pieces.
Oh, I'm not excited. I'm just.
No, I'm saying it's tricky.
You laugh or you cry. It's one or the other.
Yeah, I cried. All right. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I think that's a good start to our mixtape.
it's always
It's an interesting start for sure. It's an interesting start,
You
Well,
got
I'll
some
tell
West
you what
Coast
it
rap.
really
You got some
is.
Michael Bublé.
I'll tell you what it really is, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want to know in the comments on all platforms. I want to know in the comments down here, right below us, what is your song that you're going to add into our mixtape?
Ooh.
In the meantime,
Ooh. Opening
in
up
the
to the
meantime,
listeners.
What track you add?
Oh,
What
yeah.
track you add?
I want to know what our listeners are wanting
and
to
why?
add.
And why? And why?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Why? I mean, if you're gonna put a track in there, you gotta list out why. So we are gonna wrap on this. Thank you guys so much for another awesome episode of the Mixtape 615 podcast. Big shout out to all of our listeners who are commenting, who are listening, who are liking, commenting, subscribing, reviewing, all of the positives, guys. We love you guys. We could not do this without you. Absolutely
Subscribe.
do all those things. A big special shout out again to our boy Doug Branson. We could not do this without you as well. Thank you so much. Do not forget to stay connected in with us. Hit us up on all of our socials at Mixtape 615. Go to mixtape615.com and make sure that you start listening to us. If you want to see the video version and you're only listening to this, go to youtube.com. Go at Mixtape615pod. We would love to see you there. In the meantime, guys, we'll see you at the next tailgate.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Side note.
Tailgate, September 30th.
Hold on. Side note. If you jump on the YouTube video of this, you will get to see this lovely dolphin mural that I have behind me.
Oh my goodness. Alex,
It's not. It's not.
Doug, you got to put that audio in there just to make sure that everyone else hears it.
I don't know if anybody heard it.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
it's as graceful as Alex Mule. Yes.
So keep it real, guys. Keep it vibing. And until the next episode, or until you come out September 30th to our tailgate, this is the Mixtape 615 signing off.
Boo boo.